For question number 13, we're concerned about taking the derivative. They give us the antiderivative, and the antiderivative is supposed to be the natural log of x squared over x. Now, the reason we check each of the answers here is because for antidifferentiating natural logs, we need to be able to integrate by parts, which I have not yet taught you. So, let's integrate, or let's take the derivative here and see if we get this as our answer. Pull the 3 to the front, we get 3 times the natural log of x, it would be squared, and then the derivative of what's inside is 1 over x. Well, your 3's cancel out, so you're left with the natural log of x squared over x. The 6 here does not matter. So Roman numeral 2 and Roman numeral 3 will both lend you this as the answer. So my correct answer here is E. On to question number 14. dy dx equals to x over y. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to plug in x values and y values and see if the slope, when we plug in those x and y values, gives us what the slope looks like in here. Well, everything in this quadrant, the first quadrant, would have a positive x and a positive y value. So all of these slopes would need to be positive. And we see that they're all positive in this one. They're all positive in this one. These have some negatives and these have some negatives. So we can rule out A or B and D and just be left with A, C, and D as our possible answers. Now, everything in the second quadrant, or I'm sorry, in the fourth quadrant, you would have a positive x value and a negative y value, so all of these slopes should be negative. Well, not all of these are negative. All of these are negative. These are negative, so it's going to be between C and D at this point. Now, to rule out C as our answer, we have to understand that along this 45-degree line, you should have a slope of positive 1. Because along the 45-degree line, your x and y's will all be the same, so they should divide out to be 1. All of these along this 45-degree have a positive 1 slope. All of these have a negative 1 slope, so that works. Here, you don't have a positive 1 slope everywhere here, and you don't have a negative 1 slope everywhere here. So E is the correct answer for that question.